The Best Place to Be was written in 1979. This is directed by David Miller. It's written by Stanford Whitmore, based on the book by Helen Van Slyke, with a cast including Donna Reed, Efrem Zimbalist Jr., Mildred Dunnock, Betty White, and various others. And it's because of Betty White that I wanted to watch this. And I can say that it's too long. It is far too long. There are some good aspects, and I will praise various aspects in a moment, but this had no business being over 3 hours. It not only is that just a ridiculous length of time for anything, it also does not need to be. It is not engaging enough. It is not interesting enough. They could have removed so much from this and it would have been a much stronger experience. IMDb says as follows. A widow's life is thrown into turmoil by her hippie daughter, her rebellious teenage son, and an affair she is having with a much younger man. Then, as if all that wasn't quite enough, a man she was in love with prior to her marriage reappears. So that sounded like there would be a lot going on. But even if it delivered what it promised, which I have to say that's really overselling it, that makes it sound really dramatic and chaotic, and it for the most part really isn't. Even if all of that delivered, that's not enough to carry over 3 hours. This kind of drama has no business being that long. Even the darkest, grittiest thrillers really would be stretching it for 3 hours. There is a huge pacing issue here. It is tremendously slow, yet it somehow manages to be a really busy film as well. There's always something happening. It's just that something doesn't necessarily always have substance. It's not always interesting. It's not always necessary to include. So we jump around a lot. We're jumping around a lot of different scenes and there are different characters. So it has the air of being busy. But unfortunately, that's not interesting. It doesn't translate to an interesting narrative. So there's nothing necessarily wrong with the story in the sense that I don't buy into it. The characters are believable, they're well written, the performances are good. It is simply a fact of being far too slow with real chunks of time where nothing actually happens. It is tremendously slow. There are some aspects, some scenes that are stretched out way more than they need to be. On the plus side, we do have occasionally some thought-provoking dialogue. We have some nice moments here and there are definitely good scenes. So if they just cut out all of the garbage, it could have actually been quite a strong experience. If it was half the length with a much tighter narrative, it could have been better, but it was otherwise quite bland. The good bits aren't so phenomenal that it's worth sitting through all of the slowness to get to. But we do have good performances. The music is quite good. The camera work is good. We have nice lighting, a nice range of locations. It's good as background company. If you have something to do that's going to take several hours and you just need that noise in the background, that company, yeah, absolutely, give it a go. But to sit down and watch this for 3 hours straight, no, it has no business being that long. And I do think that even if they took out all of the aspects that I think didn't add much and the aspects that slowed it down, it still wouldn't be phenomenal. It wouldn't be an amazing film, but it would certainly be a lot better. Do I recommend it? Proceed with caution. But as background company, yeah, maybe The Best Place to Be wouldn't be too bad for that.